All right, y'all. Not too many people in today so far because I think I fucked up and forgot that today was the Super Bowl. If I had had some kind of foresight at all, I probably would have scheduled this earlier or maybe later. I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out who in my audience are sports people. Like if you're here, you're fucking dedicated. You're fucking dedicated, bro. Thanks, y'all. We got the real ones in the house. Let's go. Uh, Sports ball, indeed. Look, I don't like to shit on what people like. That used to be me because I was really insecure because, like, growing up, everybody watched and cared about sports except for me. And so, I got a bit of a chip on my shoulder about it. But you know what, man? Who cares? Like, I don't think football as an institution probably should exist on account of all the head trauma and all that other shit. Like, I think it is like a modern like gladiatorial spectacle or whatever, like that is hurting people and communities, and it's exploitative as fuck. And someone should make a movie about that. Hmm. There's one out there actually. It's called Him, and it's excellent. And it got shit on, and nobody saw it, and everybody hated it. But they're wrong because it was really good, and it was very apropos, and it probably just called out a lot of people in the audience. I don't know. In any case, shout out Jeff. Shout out Views Parallax. Um, Shout out Amelia. I only watch sports with sweaty topless dudes touching each other. I mean, you could do worse, right? I'm not a sports person. Big fucking surprise, right? But I know people are that. So hey, I think my shirt is thematic today. I didn't even do that on purpose. Let's go. Thank you. Um, I swear I did not do that on purpose, but that's very funny. Um, Bro, I literally could not even tell you who's playing today. Like, I know Bad Bunny's playing the halftime. I know Green Day played, and apparently they didn't say anything political, which is kind of surprising and kind of disappointing, but also like I'm sure they put a tight leash on those boys, um, knowing what they're about. Like they're not exactly quiet about this stuff, So like it doesn't it wouldn't surprise me if they were like pretty strictly muzzled ahead of time or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to like look at their contracts and shit. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get my angle right because I kind of fucked up the webcam. But what can you do? Halftime shows are usually pre-taped and not live. Is that true? I didn't know that. I thought they were live. Um, in any case, Green Day did the pre-show, I think. So I don't know. There's something going on, right? um, but yeah. Anyway, I'm excited about the fact that Bad Bunny is playing the halftime show. I've literally never listened to a second of his music, at least not on purpose. I don't have anything against him. It just hasn't come across my desk, so to speak, right? Um, but like, uh, what am I trying to say? Oh, like all the right people are pissed off about it, and I know that he's pretty political and this, that, and the other, so I'm excited about that. Um, and I think that that is cool and good. So that should be cool. Um, all right. The shirt is amazing. One of my favorite movies. Thanks, Robbie. It's one of my favorite movies too. The audio isn't live, it's recorded. Oh, so like it's still being streamed live, but like they're playing to a tape? Is that what you're saying? I don't know. I haven't heard his music either. I've seen a few movies he's in, like Caught Stealing. Oh, that's right. He's in Caught Stealing, one of my favorite movies of the year. Um, Anyway, thanks y'all for being so active. You know, for a second I was like, should I just cancel? Is everybody not going to be watching? But then I thought that my audience and the Super Bowl audience would have a smaller Venn diagram crossover than the average population or whatever, right? And I figured I could be your source of entertainment and community if this isn't your thing, right? Yeah, what do you know? The trans vegan movie nerd is not into the Super Bowl. It's crazy, right? Um, I don't know, man. I try not to yuck everybody's yum, you know? I was about to say as long as it's not hurting anybody, but the this football kind of is hurting a lot of people. But whatever. Whatever. America's pastime or whatever. Or is that baseball? I don't know. Watch the one with the Red Hot Chili Peppers, their instruments aren't even plugged in. I mean, yeah, I believe you. I was about to say they could have had like a Bluetooth sort of situation, but you know. Thank you, not a football fan. I've been watching the Olympic figure skating though. There was a reason I had decided not to watch the Olympics this year. I think aren't they like hosting it like here and like I think we should probably be sending a message that like our country is like not a serious nation and like we should be like the world should be boycotting us like as a country on account of the endless amount of heinous shit we're responsible for, you know? Um It's just crazy. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying you're a bad person for watching the Olympics. I'll probably watch them eventually, and I think that I'm not against athleticism, right? I think that that is interesting, but sports, especially team sports, are just I don't get it. It just isn't for me. I'm not a games person in general, you know. Uh, but what can you do? Nothing plugged into Flea's base, not even wireless. Well, Jeff, maybe you didn't consider that Flea is just so good, right? That the mics from far away could pick it up. Perfect clarity sound, right? um oh, I meant to change the title of the stream tonight. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, nice. Apparently Green Day played American Idiot. Yeah, you know, people were mad at them for not being overtly political, but like their music is very political, so like I don't know what to say. Like they kind of already did it with the music that they create and performs, you know. Um, you know what? I'm just gonna say this, just out of appreciation for everybody who's here. For a while, doing this every week, it was pretty consistent that for the first 10 minutes, I would just kind of have to vamp and not have any viewer interaction, and like that was very anxiety inducing and uncomfortable for me. So, but like, you know, I had to like just have faith that if I powered through, it would be okay eventually. But past few streams, y'all have been on it like immediately, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate the engagement and everyone being active and in community and shit. I mean, Flea is that good, so touche. I mean, he is good, but like maybe I just don't know enough about bass, but I don't know that he's like as amazing as maybe his reputation would lead you to believe. Um, I don't know. He's good, right? Sure. I like him as an actor too, honestly. Okay. I thought I had tissues here, but I'm actually out, so I'm gonna be right back and grab some tissues. Just because I'm stuffy today. So hashtag BRB. Check out a football while I'm gone. Hi, Brendan. Thanks for being here. Be right back. All right, thanks, y'all. Um, I always feel like I chat too much and can get annoying. You don't at all. It's actually extremely appreciated, and it helps me algorithmically and with numbers and all that shit. So like, keep it up. It's sick. Um, Les Claypool. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Um, I don't know. These are just bands I don't like a lot, to be honest. Like Red Hot Chili Peppers and Primus especially. Like I don't really fuck with these bands that much, you know? So it's kind of like, yeah, I'm sure they're good, but you know, they're talented, but like I'm also just not a bassist. Like I play guitar so I can like kind of translate the skill into guitar, I guess, or into bass, but like I'm trying to think of like bassists who I think are amazing. Yo, Nosferatu, I didn't know if you were a football king. I was hoping you'd be here because we're gonna review your movie today. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of bassists that I like a lot. Homeboy from Dying Fetus is fucking insane. Like that guy does shit that I didn't even know was possible to do on bass before I watched him do it. Like crazy shit. Who else? Who else? I'm gonna be just be thinking of a lot of tech death bands. Um, yeah, Cannibal Corpse for sure. Um, out of all sports, I didn't grow up in American football. I just did finish watching Bad Bunny halftime though. How was it? Did he do anything especially woke, or was he just kind of a not white person, and so people are gonna get mad about it? I'm not sure that we're topping Kendrick Lamar's uh Super Bowl performance maybe ever. Like that shit was fucking incredible, but I don't know, maybe he did. Maybe he met the moment, so to speak, right? But shit. They should have invited Drake this year. That would have been fun. Just for discourse purposes, and you know, everybody wins if you do that in terms of completely cynical numbers and stuff like that, right? I'm more of a punk rock girl, but I'm open to a lot of stuff. Yeah, I'm polyamorous, you know what I'm saying? Punk, metal, and rap are kind of my home bases for music, but I like a lot of everything. Um, Also just like indie rock, pop, that kind of thing. But like, yeah, I don't know. I like music a lot. So I know of an insane bassist myself. Shit. Hell yeah. We love to see the confidence. That's awesome. Um, okay. Okay. Hold on. I think there's something. Yep. Yeah, clean my glasses real quick. The problem with glasses is like I didn't wear glasses like my entire life. And I even don't wear them sometimes like on stream and it looks fine. But the second you have glasses on and then you take them off, your face looks weird. Like now it looks right. I feel like it looks beady as fuck, you know? My whole face looks weird now. But what can you do? Anyway, the goal for today is to go through all my new movie reviews that I need to catch up on, and then on account of my cat dying and the horrific trauma and grief, I only got to one of the three commissions that I have left to do. So we're going to be doing La Tia Alejandra because that is the oldest one that I need to get to. So we'll do the updates first, and then we'll do the review. I mean, we got 10 people here, so not bad. Not bad. Um, I kind of thought maybe no one would be here tonight, but I'm glad that I have some amount of cultural relevance. Thank you, Brendan. That's very sweet of you. Um, yeah, it's Sad. I'm at the point where I can like be a person again, but sucks, you know. We did our best, but sometimes your best isn't enough, you know. Um, Speaking of metal, we got checked out and got a new jam space today. We are setting it up as a legit studio. So stoked. That's awesome. That is awesome. Good for you. So if you're not aware, if you tip $20 or more, either just through my Venmo or whatever, or through the pinned comment link, I will review and watch whatever you want. And it's like a whole segment. So we'll do that. I still have one for 9 volt, and I still have one for Jeff. We'll get to those by next week, but you know, the whole thing. If you ever make it out this way, you can jam out. Sick. That'll be fun. Oh, let me do this. Because I realized that my tip goal is very out of date. So let me fix it. Okay. Cool. Okay. If you want to help me get this tip goal not at 0 so it looks less sad on the clips that come out of this stream, help me out. His halftime show was amazing. It was unapologetically Latino. He shouted out all of the islands and lands neighboring the US and their influence to its culture. He also brought out Lady Gaga. Definitely a proud to be brown moment for us Latinos watching this halftime show. That's awesome. Lord knows we need it, right? Jesus. Okay, let me get my windows going on over here. And then oh boo. I was like gonna look him up. I actually don't know where he is from. Puerto Rico. Okay. Neat. Well, maybe I should listen. Let me listen to some of his music right now, just to know what it sounds like. Um, Let me know if y'all have any like recommendations, I guess, right? Um, yeah. But let me just pull this up. We didn't watch, but saw Toilet Paper USA had 5 million watching on YouTube. I mean, you don't love to see that, but I mean, how many viewers do the Super Bowl have? Like, it's not even close, right? And they only did it, like, they did it exclusively for racism purposes. So, like, it's not great, right? Okay, I'm just going through his top songs right now. Next year, we need queer artists play the halftime, so it'll cause the MAGA bitches to have a temper tantrum. I mean, if we could get Chapel Roan up there, hell yeah. Um, okay. Well, last year it had 127.7 million fucking viewers. So 5 million is fucking chump change compared to that. Okay, I'm listening. So far, it's not really my thing. But I guess I didn't realize that he just straight up, like, all of his music is in Spanish. Like, I feel like that is a tough sell for the average person. So it's really cool that he's as popular as he is. Wonder how many the halftime show had last year. Was that for the entire Super Bowl? Okay, let's see. Super Bowl television ratings. I mean, it broke the record last year, apparently. Yeah, we don't have data from this year yet. Oh, the halftime was even more. The halftime was 133 million. So, shout out the GOAT. Kendrick bringing it out, right? Shit. I actually watched it again the other day. It's so good. I'm excited to see this one. Yeah, if I'm just being completely honest, I don't think this is very good, but it's also like I'm really happy that it exists and is popular as it is. I'm not hearing any hooks or any like notable flow, and like the beat is pretty boring. Maybe this is the kind of thing that just clicks after a bit, you know? I was told that he was the king of Latin trap. This is not trap. There's not a hi-hat to be heard. A reggaeton. Okay. Yeah, reggaeton Caribbean music. Okay. So this album is not what I was expecting. Hey Steven. I wasn't sure if you were a football king, if you would be here. Okay. Yeah, I don't really care for this. Let me try one off of this album since apparently it's more like rap inspired or whatever. Oh, this is a different artist. I'm just trying to hear some crazy beats, bro. Fuck the NFL indeed, dude. Seriously. Like, look, you missed my spiel at the beginning. I'm not trying to be an anti-sports person or yuck anyone's yum, but like, sheesh. It's rough. My water is orange tangerine flavored. I hate football. I don't know which teams are even playing. I literally don't know. I literally don't know. Like, Super Bowl. Hold on. Super Bowl LX, whatever that is. Um, the Seahawks and the Patriots. Okay. I'm sure one of those is better. Better. I don't really know what to say. Oh my god, yeah. That's the one I always pull out. Kids, some say it's statutory, but I say it's mandatory rock. Brother. Like, it is pretty sad when in your, like, anti, anti Super Bowl halftime show, whatever, for fascists, like, your best pull is Kid Rock. Like, at peak relevance, that would be kind of embarrassing. Okay. That should have fixed it. Can I get a thumbs up if you can hear me? Sick. Well, okay, I know how to fix it, but I don't know why it's happening. Maybe we should listen to Kid Rock together. Cool. Far-right morons will listen to anything that proclaims their deranged worldview. That's how we get stuff like that country rap song about lynching people that came out last year. I mean, these are the people bumping Tom McDonald right now. Like, come on, man. I like watching hockey, but I'm Canadian. Lol, I respect that you got 6'4" dudes going full out for 80 minutes on ice skates, crashing into each other. It takes a ton of skill and balls to play hockey. Yeah. Maybe not. What's your Melusine picks for someone who likes sleazy movies but isn't as interested in the naughty bits alone? Um, Through the Looking Glass. Sleazy movies. Let me see. Talent and creativity always play second fiddle to owning the libs. I mean, that everything takes a backseat to that, to these people. Look, I'm trying, okay? Look, at least you'll never accuse me of being dishonest to own the conservatives. And I'm listening to Bad Bunny right now, and I don't get it even a little bit. I don't know what's going on. The image is pretty good. I guess, yeah, that's pretty sleazy, but it is pretty wall-to-wall, uh, like BDSM stuff. Oh my god, finally, we got a beat. We're on track 3 from this dude, and I finally hear a beat. Nice. Tom McDonald's fucking clown shoes. The bit that Valium that's the most embarrassing and, like, shameless is, like, brother, you're literally Canadian and you're out here doing this, like, we used to be a real country fucking shtick about how, like, real Americans ought to behave and all this shit. Like, come on, man. Have a little bit of shame. Oh, I would recommend Baby Rosemary. Baby Rosemary is awesome. Anyway, let's start approaching a structure to this. We don't claim him. I mean, I get it. I mean, you clearly don't. He had to, like, pretend to be from here instead. This is okay. I don't know. Maybe I'll get it when I see the performance. You know? Okay, cool. Yeah, Tom McDonald doesn't claim you either. That's a better way of saying what I meant to say. It's rough. Fine by me, yeah. Look, Canada's not sending their best, is all I gotta say. Tom McDonald and Jordan Peterson, come on. Come on, y'all. You can do better than that. But why would you want to if you live in Canada, right? Like, that's just objectively better. So, like, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really get it, but you know what? Good for him. Bad enough we got Nickelback. Nickelback is a fine cultural export, okay? I long for when the worst thing in mainstream culture was fucking Nickelback. Imagine being out-rapped by Ben Shapiro. Okay, again, my pathological honesty not allowing me to yes and you on this. Look, Tom McDonald is a fucking trash can human being. He's a trash can songwriter. He's the worst. But he can rap, right? Like the man knows how to construct a flow, right? Like, and he has a decent voice for what he does. He like, but he uses it for evil, and like the beats he picks are awful. Like the songs are bad, but like he would be a decent battle rapper probably. Like that was the only thing he was doing. Um, you know, the man knows how to construct a flow, right? Ben Shapiro does not. He just can't, you know? I mean, it depends on what the AI music is, but you know, I like Nickelbacks. Like whatever. I think they have good songs. Sue me. I think they got some hit. They got some heaters. You know, they know how to write a hit. They got riffs. All right, like Nickelback, they got heavy ass songs, and they have tender ballads. Okay, they're a band of many. They wear many hats. Okay, multifaceted men. All right. Am I obligated to reference Ben Shapiro's sister now? I don't think you're obligated to. I think she kind of disappeared, right? Like she was probably tired of being treated the way that she asks to be treated in her videos. Right? Like I don't know. People can be weird about his sister. I get it. She's really hot, but like, you know, she's a person and we don't need to be weird about it, you know? Um it's weird that they're like siblings though, because Ben Shapiro is a rough looking guy, you know? I mean, he's just a weird looking guy, you know? So I don't know. He should have stuck to wrestling. Is he good at wrestling? I mean, I agree, but like, is he good at it? Yeah, I think I'm gonna bail on this. This is like the safest version of this sound I could possibly imagine. It's just not really my thing. All right. All right, lucky number 13 people watching. That's cool. Let's go ahead and get started with the reviews. Ben Shapiro is live action. Randall Weems from Recess. I'm already laughing because I have an idea as to what you're saying, but let me make sure. Oh my god. That's accurate. Wait. This is literally what he looks like. And that's how he behaves. That's crazy. Loathsome characters wiki. Does Ben Shapiro make it into the loathsome characters wiki on account of being a loathsome like character in life? Y'all remember when Ben Shapiro said that wet pussy is a symptom of a gynecological problem because that's what his wife, who's a doctor, told him? Yeah, Ben Shapiro's doctor wife told him that a wet vagina is a disease, and that's kind of forever the funniest thing that's ever happened, to be completely honest. Um, that's pretty rough, dude. Like, he volunteered that information. Shit, you couldn't waterboard out of me, you know? That's the best way anyone can say their wife doesn't sleep with them. Or they just, I was gonna say he doesn't know what he's doing, but like, I don't know. I'm not to like, I'm just saying, if your idea, if you equate a wet vagina with disease, brother, you're not doing something right, you know? You're sleeping with people who don't really want to sleep with you or who are not attracted to you. You're not doing anything right. Like, are you for real? I don't know, man. She's just trying to make him feel better. I guess. That's brutal. Uh, I got the Severin Exorcismo set in yesterday. It's a masterpiece of a release, really, and the content seems very up your alley. Dude, if I had the time and money for it, absolutely. I mean, it looks awesome. I didn't even want to imagine how that convo with him even started. He has better Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh, the Nazi that they keep on the payroll because, you know, he doesn't fuck up the bag the way Candace Owens did. That's what I took from it, that she was trying not to hurt his feelings. Dude, it's unfortunate. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. Surely. Did y'all see the tweet that Matt Walsh did where he just straight up posted a swastika? And like he thought he was being cute with it? Like I feel like he definitely had to have a conversation with Ben about it. It was like, hey man, all the Nazis in our audience are pretty mad at me. Can I just like throw them a bone a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And then like they can get off my shit. I'm listening to So Smoola right now because Bad Bunny bored me so badly. I needed to hear some like, you know, hard shit. All right. So, first up, first on the docket, the first film of 2026, and actually so far the only one that I've watched so far this year because I'm still catching up with 2025. We have All You Need Is Kill. Live for Tomorrow, Die Today. When a massive alien flower known as Daryl unexpectedly erupts in a deadly event, unleashing monstrous creatures that decimate the population of Japan, Rita is caught in the destruction and killed. But then she wakes up again and again, caught in an endless time loop. Rita must navigate the trauma and repetition of death until she crosses paths with Keiji, a shy young man trapped in the same cycle. Together they fight to break free from the loop and find meaning in the chaos around them. So this is just, I think it's adapting the same story as Edge of Tomorrow. But I actually haven't seen that movie, so I don't have it as a point of reference to compare to, and I didn't know that when I went into it. Let me see. A massive alien flower known as Daryl is almost as good as breakfast. It is pretty good, but I don't think there is any topping that, to be completely honest with you. Okay, so this is just a direct adaptation of the novel All You Need Is Kill, whereas Edge of Tomorrow is an adaptation of it with a different name. Straight up didn't know that until just now. But I really liked it. I thought it was really good. I thought the animation was really beautiful. The character designs were a little bit bizarre, but they were interesting, and I enjoyed them for what they were. And I thought that the story was sweet. Like, I thought it was nice. I think it's a fun one. I recommend you see it if you're into anime shit. I feel like this went pretty under the radar. Like, I don't feel like a lot of people saw this. It didn't get a very long theatrical release, at least where I'm at. But I wanted to go ahead and catch it, and it just happened to work with my schedule, so I don't know. I don't have too much to say about it other than that I liked it, and I think you should check it out. That's all, really. Haven't seen it yet, but it's on my list. Been waiting for it. Nice. Also sounds like Russian Doll. Maybe. Um, what is Russian Doll about? I never actually watched it. Oh, it's the same premise. Okay. I mean, is it also based on this novel, or is it just kind of borrowing that premise? I mean, I guess that's also like Groundhog Day, right? So I guess nobody has the right to this conceit or whatever, but whoa, that's crazy, dude. We just dropped to 5 viewers. What did I say? Did I say something crazy right now? Maybe all the Bad Bunny fans hopped in and I was like, that's not really my thing, and they were like, fuck you. And they left. What can you do? Anyway, let's move along. The next one I wanted to talk about is No Other Choice, Park Chan-wook. I wrote, hell of a film to see. The week your hours at work got cut in half. It's pretty brutal. What'd you kill for a job? After being laid off and humiliated by a ruthless job market, a veteran paper mill manager descends into violence in a desperate bid to reclaim his dignity. I really like this poster. So this is a remake as well, of a film with, I think, the same name. Let me see. That's a lot of news articles. No, that's not it. It's a remake of something. That's who did Old Boy. Yes, it is. Let me look it up real quick. Oh, based on The Axe, which is a film, or it's a novel, and then it was adapted into a film, a French film called The Axe in 2005. Let's see. I watched the new Darren Lynn Boozman Twisted with Lauren Lavera and can't pronounce that name. It was pretty decent. Some cool camera work. Okay, now we're back up to 11. I don't know what's going on with the viewers right now, but hello to the people who are coming and going. Stick around. We talk about movies and it's chill. Twisted. I'm not really a fan of this director, to be honest, but, you know, two millennials make quick money by leasing incredible New York City apartments they don't own to people who don't know they're being scammed. The con works brilliantly, and so they run into an apartment owner with a dark seed and who flips the game on them. Okay. I mean, it's probably fun. I don't know if it's good, but it's probably fun. Anyway, let me actually talk about No Other Choice. Because I loved it. I thought it was great. It's not in my top 10 or anything like that. There's just so much good shit that came out last year, but like, this shit is crazy. Like, it was so good. It is a scathing black comedy thriller satire on contemporary capitalism, late stage capitalism, hustle culture, etc. It's the worst. Like, dude, I don't know. It just really was a little bit too close, given that I had my hours cut in half like 2 days earlier, and then I watched this shit. Man, it was brutal. The performances are excellent. The pacing, I think it does drag a little bit. I've seen people say that like the pacing is 100% perfect and like, you know, they wouldn't trim a second. I do think it's like a touch too long, but generally speaking, the pacing is quite good. I love the ending. I really wasn't sure where they were going to go with it, but I think that thematically speaking, the ending is really, really well done. And you know what? This is a film that sometimes you can't really tell how you're gonna feel about a film until after a little bit after you've seen it. Because it was the initial impression, and my initial impression was like, wasn't as good as I was hoping it would be. Kind of long, but I loved it still. My impression now is like, I don't know, a lot of these images and themes and jokes and stuff have really stuck with me since I saw it. So I don't know. I really fuck with it. I really dug it. I think you should go see it for sure. It's still playing in my local theater. Maybe it's still playing in yours. Regardless, when this gets, I don't know, maybe a Criterion or something, you should check it out because it's really good. I don't know, man. Just the idea of like our entire identities, livelihoods, everything being tied up in work is like, it's just so bleak. And like this film is like, it is fun and it is funny, but by the end of it, I was like, woof, that was a lot. Like shit, it sucks, you know. No Other Choice really is a great title for it because it's a refrain throughout the film, and I think it is just ultimately thematically appropriate for what is being discussed, you know. Have I seen Z or Missing? No, I've not seen either of those films. But you should you should commission me to watch them because I would like that. Z. Oh, Costa Gavras. Oh, I understand. The director of the Axe. Got you. Okay. Jack Lemmon and Sissy Spacek. That's a great cast. Oof. Very political cinema, it looks like, huh? Yeah, this guy looks like he would be... Oh, I have The Confession. I haven't seen it, but I do own this film. State of Siege. I don't know that one. Both are excellent films, especially Z. What is Z about? Prominent politician is murdered during a demonstration. The government and army are trying to suppress the truth, but a tenacious magistrate is determined to not let them get away with it. Oof. Conspiracy theories. Or conspiracy thrillers. I'd have to see it before I pass judgment on it, you know? But I think conspiracy thinking is just so dangerous, and like you have to be really careful with how you present those ideas, you know. But also like there are real conspiracies, and like especially the fucking CIA and shit is like always popping off on some insane shit, right? I don't know. I think that as a culture, you know, in mainstream media, all this other stuff has really failed to meet the moment of conspiracy as like the most common like lens of analysis for like how everything is fucked, right? I don't know, all the shit happening right now sure isn't helping. Like I think we just might have we might have just lost on this shit, you know? Like goddamn. Grand conspiracy narratives are a problem, but conspiracies do happen. That's a pretty good way to think about it, I think. I think you're pretty on the money there actually. Um Also, I see how your name is a play on a conspiracy thriller, so that's funny. um, no Other Choice, 8 out of 10, banger. Go see it. It's not my favorite Park Chan-wook film that I've seen, but it's well, I don't know. I actually kind of love all the films of his that I've seen, except for Old Boys. So I don't know. Maybe it would be my maybe my second after Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance. That one's just such a banger. Mr. Vengeance is great. I think that often corruption is sold as conspiracy, and the disservice is that corruption tends to be more localized and calls for direct action by citizens. I'm just like, a lot of things that people call conspiracies are like just exactly what's happening. Like they're not, like the conspiracy's right there. Like you don't have to look hard for it. Like there's like 10 people that want to own all of the power and all of the money and they will destroy the planet to get it. But you have to like make up this like, you have to like blame Jews or like blame trans people or blame like, you know, crazy shit. Like Donald fucking Trump is the guy for like most conspiracy theorists. Like what are we doing? Like I don't know. It's just like maybe it's too obvious, and so like I feel like they have to like think that they have one over on people, and that's why. But like I don't know, man. You don't gotta think too hard about it to figure out what the fuck is going wrong around here. You know. For me, Lady Vengeance is the best. Old Boy is overrated. Lady Vengeance is excellent. That would be my third favorite. I don't really fuck with Old Boy. Maybe it's just because I mean it is because the twist doesn't work for me. But maybe if I rewatched it knowing that, it's like we'll see. Some friends of mine, or let me go ahead and show it first. But the next one that I want to talk about is By the Stream, from Hong Sing Soo. Some friends of mine did a screening of this. They went ahead and they licensed this, and like did a real proper screening of it. So I bought a ticket and everything, and went to go see it. Okay, this is a film from South Korea. After a scandal breaks out among several students involved in the production of a skit, a lecturer at a South Korean women's college brings in her uncle, a famous actor, to bring the work to fruition. So I'm told that he has made this movie like 30 times already. Um, and maybe this is the sort of thing that you appreciate after watching a few of his films, but for me, this was maybe not the best entry point, even though, hold on, let me show it again. This poster is awesome. I love this poster. That's great shit. Um, I feel like it overpromises a little bit on like just sort of how kind of I don't know. It looks more whimsical than it is, I guess. It's pretty straight up, pretty I don't know. Let me see what other stuff he's done. But yeah. Yeah, apparently this guy just makes the same movie with like a self-insert character over and over again and like, you know, whatever. Do your thing. Um I think that this had good ideas going for it and it had good scenes within it, but overall it really is just like a glacial pace and like, you know, it's just it's not shot particularly inventively. Oh, you know what? Another thing about No Other Choice. I think some people are maybe overhyping the creativity and the novelty of the cinematography, but like there is some pretty crazy shit going on camera work wise, and it does look pretty sick. There's some crazy shots in that I really liked. But this one is like at the end it was like, oh, this is was directed, written, edited, scored all by this one person. I'm like, I could tell a little bit. I don't mean to be rude, but like I could tell, like, you know, and like he's getting the job done, you know? So like I appreciate that, but like I can tell. You know what I mean? Um it's just kind of like he sets up the camera and lets it rip for like 10 minutes straight. Um it doesn't seem to be particularly tightly edited. Like he really lets things breathe and like it's just I don't know. It the aesthetic of it too is not great to me. Like it looks like it was shot on your phone or something, you know? It just wasn't the best aesthetic to be hanging out with for that long. If we're really going to be coasting on atmosphere, like I don't know, I want it to have like an appealing aesthetic or something, you know? I think it really relies on its actors and like the actors do a good job. But it is kind of like a very small idea kind of stretched out for a very long time. I don't know. It's okay, right? I just didn't like it that much. It's okay. Like I gave it a 6 out of 10, but it's really not, it just wasn't for me. There is one scene in particular where everybody's just kind of bearing their soul and talking about their own flaws, and that scene really resonated with me and really felt apropos of like a sort of honest self-reflection of like how messy it is to be a human being and like the harm that you're going to endure and also cause, you know? Um anyway, it's decent, but I don't know, maybe it's the sort of thing that I would like if I saw more of his other films, or maybe I would just like his other films more. I don't know. But, you know, it was an interesting thing to start with. But yes, very, very unfriendly or ADHD unfriendly pacing going on here, I gotta say. He's an odd director, very hit and miss for me. I really like Hotel by the River, The Day He Arrives, and On the Beach at Night Alone. Good recommendations. Thank you. I'm glad we have Hong heads in the chat. I know I can count on y'all to have seen the weird shit I talk about. Let me pull up the ones you talked about, though. On the Beach at Night Alone. There's so many movies that he's made. I mean, I guess when you can make them for $200 in a handshake, like, sure. But The Day He Arrives. Let me see if I can find that one. Here it is. They're all movies about a film director. Like, these are all basically the same movie. That's fine. Um, I'll give them another shot, you know? But, yeah. All right. Next. I don't I'm struggling to think what even to say about this because it so moved me and blew me away, but let's go ahead and give it a shot. This is the Chronology of Water, the directorial debut by Kristen Stewart, based on the memoir. I wrote, just when I got home, I just had to write something. Or maybe, no, I wrote it in the parking lot, yeah. I think one of the best directorial debuts I've seen maybe ever. This shit has me fucked up in the parking lot right now. More thoughts later, I'm sure, but wow, Kristen Stewart has the goods. Okay, let me read the synopsis real quick. It takes many miles to swim to a self. Growing up in an environment torn apart by violence and alcohol, a young woman finds her voice through the written word and her salvation as a swimmer. So this is just like kind of... So it's an adaptation of a sort of experimental memoir, right? And she just nailed it. I don't know what to say. Like, it's so amazing. Like, every actor in this is incredible. But like, Imogen Poots, bro, that's my pick for the fucking actress of the year, okay? If I was running shit over at the Academy, all right, that's who's getting it. The fucking Oscar, right? Okay. I mean, just amazing, amazing shit. Like, I couldn't believe how good this movie and this performance was. Like, it was like 5 minutes in that I was watching this where I was like, oh man, this is one, gonna be rough, and two, gonna be something really special. Like, goddamn, bro. Um, and let me see. Let me try to collect my thoughts on this because it's like the kind of thing that I really want to do justice because of how good it is. But the way that it's shot is extremely and edited and everything. I wish I knew more about like different film formats and different cameras and stuff like that to really explain how it is. But it's shot in a sort of way where a lot of this is in the aspect ratio where it's like it's square, it's like 133, but instead of like a perfect rectangle, like the edges are rounded. You know what I'm saying? So it's like home movies is what it looks like essentially, right? And so it's really grainy, shot on film stuff, shot on I'm sure different film stocks and different cameras for different parts. But it's like the editing is also extremely experimental. There's like a lot of like scratches on the film and stuff like that, and a lot of crazy cinematography stuff. I mean, it's just I'm having a hard time describing it because like it's operating at a level of like technical proficiency that like I'm having a hard time just as a person who's not a filmmaker, right? Like I'm or didn't go to film school. Like some of this stuff is a little bit outside of my um um knowledge, or like I'm not quite able to articulate what I was watching, you know, in terms of like a technical level, right? But yeah, I don't know. Trigger warnings for everything. Had to watch this because it's really fucked up. But I don't know. I found it really healing, to be honest, watching this. Like, if you're a traumatized person and you can handle, you know, movies about that, about being traumatized about trauma, about horrific things happening to innocent people, or just, you know, people. um, yeah, I shouldn't say innocent, just like everyday regular people. Like the way that trauma affects this person, the way that abuse affects this person, like the protagonist, is so raw and so honest and so upsetting and so like true to my own experiences, both of like how I've treated others and how I've been treated as like a traumatized person in relationships, but also as a person who dates other traumatized people, you know? Um, I don't know. I was just so blown away. Like it also just it doesn't shy away from any of this. Like there's a lot of like sex and nudity. There's a lot of violence. There's a lot of I don't know. It's just so like raw and uncomfortable, and like I feel like this is the kind of thing. I feel like, you know, Kristen Stewart, I'm sure there's a lot of expectations being placed on her to like make her feature film debut. Like her career has had a lot of baggage, you know. I'm sure there was a temptation to make something safe, you know, to make something that was like a crowd pleaser, that was you know, maybe artsy but still like marketable. Still like something that the average person, you know, young people, the TikTok crowd could like get into, like Twilight fans could go out and see, you know, something like that. Maybe like an easy genre film or just like a sort of straightforward drama, something like that, you know. But she just like this feels like, you know what? I may never get this chance again. I'm doing everything. I'm throwing everything I got. I'm fucking doing it, right? Um she just goes crazy on this shit. Like it's insane. Um I don't know if you've seen it, drop me a comment because like I really want more people to see this. I think it went criminally underseen. I don't think it got the push that it deserved in terms of like just marketing in general, and also like you know, awards stuff. Like the only reason I knew it even existed or was coming out is just because I saw it on the Fandango app, because I'm always looking at what's new coming out, you know, to make sure I don't miss anything. But I didn't see like marketing for this at all. I don't know when it's going to hit home video. I hope that's when it pops off, or like, you know, streaming or whatever, and people are like, "Oh, Kristen Stewart made a movie. Let me watch this." And then they're like, day is ruined and they have to talk about it. Like, but, you know, I'm coming to you now early to tell you that this shit is fucking incredible, okay? Kim Gordon is in it as a fucking dominatrix. Come on, bro. Like, uh, Jim Belushi has a cameo as like a kind of like, you know, damaged, sort of tortured, funny, like alcoholic stoner, like writer, I guess, author type guy, you know. Um, it's just like, okay, the main thing I wanted to say, I think the title is so fucking brilliant because like when you think about water, there is not a start or an end to water, right? It's sort of like all encompassing, liquid, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's how it feels to have CPTSD, that have complex trauma, right? Is that there's not really a clean narrative that you can rely on. There's not really like a clean start and end point to like all the horrible shit you've gone through, right? Um, it's all just kind of there, mixed up and fucked up, and you just kind of sit in it, you know, in its totality, as opposed to in chunks or in a narrative. And that's why writing about it is so hard. And that's why telling people about it is so hard, because it's not just like one thing, you know? There's not like the single event that you can point to and be like, that is also like universally like understood to be like horrible, you know? Not to get too dark or too personal or whatever, but like my cat dying is like a very clean, easy, digestible thing that I can share with people as to like why I'm having a bad time and why I need time this week. But all the other like shit, all the complex trauma shit, like it's so much harder to like understand and like make people sympathize with, and like to just like share in like a bite size sort of like, this is what happened to me, and like this is what continues to happen to me, and this is what I go through. Like it's really difficult to share it in that way, you know? Um and so this is going to feel like a bizarre point of comparison, but I think about this film kind of made me think about Skinamarink and how it shout out. It made me think about it in the way that it successfully portrays what it feels like to go through the sort of Rolodex of memory, and especially when those memories are mostly traumatic and mostly horrible, or at least largely horrible, right? Um, it just sort of captures what that feels like and looks like on celluloid and in like a digestible and sort of tangible medium. Um, and it's beautiful and it's upsetting and it is incredible. So honestly, I thought about hitting this with a straight up 10, and it is currently sitting at my second favorite movie of the year. So go see this shit. I don't know what to say. I cannot wait for her next movie. Um, there you go. All right. See, I've lost some people. The chat is a little bit dead and the viewers have gone down, so I apologize for trauma dumping on Maine, but what can you do? Um, all right, next up, let's do something more fun. Yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters. They sing, they dance, they battle demons. So, all right. When K-pop superstars Rumi, Mira, and Zoe aren't selling out stadiums, they're using their secret powers to protect their fans from supernatural threats. Um, so okay, sure. This is like a big cultural moment thing going on right now, and like I appreciate why people like it. It is very like fun, and the music is pretty good. Like there are songs in it that I really like. Um, I went to watch the Chronology of Water 5 minutes in, and I'm too stoned right now. Wait, where did you watch it? Is it able to be streamed right now? Yeah, I don't see it. Oh, you're in Canada. Let me try Canada. No, I don't see it anywhere there too. Maybe you found a torrent? You found it online. Okay. Okay. The other thing I meant to say about it is I am going to be recording, I'm going to be guesting on a podcast talking about it tomorrow. So I'm hoping to have more to say about it by then. But, you know, you'll be able to hear me talk about it more deeply in the future. So, but that's my initial review and how much I loved it. But yeah, it is a lot. You need to be in the right headspace for it, for sure. Anyway, K-pop Demon Hunters. whatever, man. It's fine. It's cute. The songs are good. I think Golden is a banger, like just straight up. I think that song is really good. The high note in it is outrageous, but you know, I gotta respect it, right? I loved the music. Yeah, the music's pretty good, honestly. Like there's some good songs in it. I don't love it, but I do love some of the songs on it. Story and pacing was generic as hell. It sure was, but also like I can't talk about why I don't like this movie without spoiling it. But I think that the movie is low-key fascistic. Not to hit y'all with my favorite hot take that makes people mad, but I do low-key think that this movie espouses some level of fascist politics. Not overtly. It's very covert in its shitty politics and shitty worldview or whatever, but let me just do this to the best of my ability without overtly spoiling it. But if you have let K-pop Demon Hunters pass you by and you care about the story such that it exists, right? Just mute me for a second and come back later. But like, okay, so there's like the one demon who is like a guy who's like misunderstood or like ended up in the situation, but like he's not really bad. He's not like a demon in the way that you would think, right? Like he's like a person with like fully fledged thoughts and like a complex backstory, and like he's a, you know, a multifaceted human being, and it's probably not a good idea to just be like killing him or whatever, right? And Homegirl is like part demon, right? So like, first of all, what happened there? Like we didn't explain that, but like what's going on there, you know? And so there's that. And so I was like, you know, this is fairly generic, but I also really appreciate that media made for children now kind of takes the time to explain that, like, hey, actually, like, real life isn't as easy as like heroes and villains, right? There's not really like the bad guys, and like that's actually just like a tool used to divide people, right? Like, it's important to recognize that, like, even your worst enemies are human beings and have, you know, complex backstories and their own traumas, and they're healing, and everybody's doing their best. Everybody's being alive for the first time, you know? With the exception of billionaires and Republicans who are actually demons. The exception of these people, you know, the people in your community are human beings, and it's not necessarily productive to just be villainizing them in this way, right? And so I was like, that's really cool. You know, it's kind of boring, but like, um, but like I was like, you know what? It's a good message for kids to see that, like, you know, the quote unquote villains are not just like cartoon villains. I mean, literally here, but you know, whatever. They're like, they're people, you know, fully fledged, right? It's interesting to like take your premise of like, these are the demons that we have to hunt and kill, and then they have to like come to realize that like, oh, maybe we're not so different after all. Maybe we can like understand each other, and like maybe we can find common ground, and like maybe we can find our like, you know, it could be like it could be like a sort of narrative where like the person controlling the demons is like the actual villain, right? Because like that entity or person like benefits from power, right? But no, they don't do that. It's just like, no, it's actually just the one guy that has like an interior life and like is more complex. The rest of them, they're piece of shit demons. We can just kill them at will. And I'm like, huh? You don't want to think about the implication of like the plot point that like the narrative hinges on? Like, that's crazy to me. Like, this is lazy and like shitty, to be honest. And I don't know. I didn't love it. I did not care for it. Uh, it bothered me quite a bit, to be honest. And like, I was already not really feeling the movie, but like, it bumped it down from like a 6 to a 5 for me personally. The one thing I like about K-pop Demon Hunters is that Zoe is autism coded, but it feels genuine. I don't even remember which one, but one of them I was like, is she supposed to be trans? I straight up thought one of them was trans, and I had to like look it up, and I guess that's not a thing, but all right, sure. Um, The next one I want to cover is The Perfect Neighbor. Let me just read the synopsis for you real quick. The black-haired one. Straight up cannot even remember. Hello, hello, hello. I think it's working now. Are we good yet? If this didn't work, I don't know what to do. Like, truly. It might just have to be what it is today. Sick. We're back in business, y'all. I hope it doesn't happen again, because I did some troubleshooting, and I'm pretty sure I know what the issue was. We'll see. If it happens again, can I even make that joke? If if it happens again, I'm gonna hashtag unalive myself on stream. I'm not gonna do that. YouTube, don't take me down. I promise I will not. I will not, hey man, nice shot this fucking stream right now, okay? I lost pretty much all the viewers, so it is what it is, but hopefully people will see that I am back doing the thing, okay? Because we're here. And hopefully the sound works. Tight. Thanks, y'all. Real one's still here. Thanks, Amelia. I appreciate that. All right. All right. Sorry that was such a long break, but you know, what can you do? Okay. So the next one I want to talk about is just going to be brief because I wrote a review on it that I'm really proud of, and I'm actually going to try to turn that review into a video essay. You know, knock on wood, I guess. It hasn't really worked out for me in the past when I say I'm going to make a video on something and then I just don't do it, but I'm going to do my best to do this, okay? Nice. But yes, let's take a look at this real quick. Okay, The Perfect Neighbor. Please God, tell me I still have audio. Police body cam footage reveals how a long-running neighborhood dispute turned fatal in this documentary about fear, prejudice, and stand your ground laws. So this is essentially a documentary that is entirely comprised of police body cam footage. And you might already be able to tell what my issue with the what the film is, but it's essentially about this white lady who shot a her black neighbor. It's pretty harrowing stuff, to be honest. This is not casual viewing, but anyway, I wrote a review on it. It's very long. I like couldn't stop thinking about it after I watched it. It looks like not a ton of people have read it. So if you've seen the film, or if you just want what I think is a pretty good analysis of it, go ahead and read my Letterboxd review, please and thank you. Go ahead and link it in case you're interested. But yeah, I think that the film is well made, but I think it is politically, socially fairly problematic. But in any case, yeah, I just kind of sat down on the couch and I just could not stop thinking or writing until I got this out of my system. Just like the things about this that bothered me. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully this will be turned into a visual essay, because really all I gotta do is read the fucking review, throw some visuals on it, and that'll be a video, but we'll see, you know? Okay. Can we keep this momentum going? Can we cruise along? Yeah, probably. I mean, how many more do I have to talk about? Not too many more. Yes. Let's finish up January. And then that'll be that. Uh-huh. 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 We'll see. But I only got 3 left for January, so let's do that. I don't like this image. Let me change it. That one's better. This one's better. There's a lot of better ones. Okay. Excuse me. The next one I want to talk about, shout out Dustin, who is not in the chat today because I think he's a football pervert. I don't think he is. He said it's the only game a year he watches. He's very in tune with culture, all right, Dustin? He's very much a person who has his finger on the pulse of pop culture, right? He watches all this shit, all right? So I don't blame him. But, you know, whatever. He's not here, so, you know, I'm just saying. Anyway, I watched this because it appeared on his top 10 list and it looked really good. And it was really good. And it'll be somewhere on my list, probably, because I loved this. Plainclothes. Carmen Emmy. Everyone has a secret. In 1990s New York, an undercover police officer receives an assignment to lure and arrest gay men. However, he's surprised to discover a scintillating connection with one of his targets. As their secret connection deepens and internal pressure to deliver arrests intensifies, he finds himself torn between duty and desire. So this is like, I guess you would call this an erotic thriller, social issue type film. I'm trying to see what this was shot on because it has a really grainy lo-fi aesthetic to it. Right. My Firefox plugin should be calming this down a little bit for me. But let me see if I can find the yeah, if the specs are on here. I want to know what this was shot on. Boo. Yeah, this is a really interesting one from a technical standpoint because it like God, I'm always like not happy with where my screen capture is. Hold on. That there we go. That looks fine, I guess. All right, anyway. So yeah, it's essentially a really fucking sad. Oh, I just realized that Pluto's on screen. Yeah, I want to say shout out Val for immortalizing my precious baby girl in this artwork that he did. Look at her on the right there. There she is. She's with us every stream now, you know? Okay, don't start crying. Do your job. Okay. I watched listed it on movie. It's something that interests me, hoping it's as good as Femme. I still need to see Femme. But this shit was tight. Yeah, it switches between like 3 different aspect ratios the whole time. Thanks, Steven. I appreciate it. And it okay. I'm not gonna start crying. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. Okay. Um, this was a watch that was also a little bit it's a challenging watch, I think, because it is just tough to see this person stuck in the position that he's in. And I don't know, there was something about, tell me about the technical details. Um, First of all, this is a great poster, but also like the I don't know, man, like watching this person, like the quote that I think about a lot is burn out, not fade away. This is a movie about like being like how authenticity is the key to freedom and how like you will kill yourself like trying to stay in a box that does not fit you, that isn't for you, right? um and like watching this guy like find real connection for the first time in his life and like lose it and like not be able to hang on to it and like just be so desperate for like authentic real connection that feels right for him is like, I don't know, man, it's pretty gut wrenching to watch. And like, but it's also just so like well paced. Like it's just gonna be a movie that I think about like forever, I think, you know? It's just so fucking good. um Great scene in a movie theater. I know a lot of people in this community are perverts for movie theater scenes. And for the like just straight up actual normal perverts, there's a great, fairly graphic sex scene in this, which I appreciated. So yeah, check that shit out. Plain Clothes. Um, if you want a throwback erotic thriller type thing that's actually like very socially conscious and like really emotionally resonant that you will think about for a while after you watch it, check out this movie. It's really fucking good. Trying to see what is it streaming on. Oh, it's on Mubi. You already said that. But you can also rent it in all the places. Oh, I'm still on Canada. I don't live in Canada, bro. What about US? Okay, still Mubi. Nice. Um okay, Justin Liberty knows more about these things, so let me read his review. Understated gay erotic thriller that feels like the 90s answer to Cruising. I would say so. Shot in hazy high 8 with a boxy 4:3 ratio and ebbing and flowing from delicate romance to something much more intense. Nice to see something so unapologetically horny at Sundance again. What is high 8? I'm guessing that's a film format. High band 8mm is an analog camcorder video format. So wait, is this shot on video then? Because I was gonna say it looked like it was shot on a camcorder. That's crazy. So wait, is this shot on video technically? Help me out here, y'all. That's what Blair Witch was shot on. Is Blair Witch shot on video? It's on a list called films with actually bisexual characters. I don't know if that's true. Um, Let me see. Is I 8 a video or film format? Video format. Okay. Shot on video. Nice. Well, it's already, I would say it's among my favorite shot on video films of all time because it's fucking sick. Yeah, people are always say that like Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah. It's always important to remember that shot on video is a format, not a not a genre. Speaking of SOV, anyone know anything about the cable access show VHS Hitfest put out Dead of Night? We were talking about that on stream last week, and some people were really fucking with it. Yeah, a lot of people were really excited about that and seemed to. I don't have a sense of smell, so I have to just gauge from looking, but I think Bigwig peed on the litter mat. Just fucking awesome. Dead of Night is cool. Yeah, Steven, you're one of the people that I thought had good things to say about it. But yeah, I don't know. If this list says gay, homo, gay, but also quality, parentheses, it's a rare thing. There's a lot of, hold on, list by Michael Scott. There's a lot of bad queer cinema. I'll just share my screen. There's a lot of bad queer cinema out there. There's a lot of directors who think lots of guys with their shirts off is good enough to cut it. Well-made queer films are few and far between. Here's a reasonably complete list of the ones I'd put a stamp of approval on. I've only included films that deal predominantly with queer issues. Those with gay B-plots have been passed over. This list is a little light on the lesies, too. I'll get around to that soon. I don't know that I agree with any of this. I think there's a lot of awesome queer movies. I don't know what this person is watching that they're like, queer stuff is fucking ass, but that's, I would say that queer cinema has a higher hit rate than non. You put Chasing Amy on this shit, bro? Come on. Come on, man. Ugh. I, I don't know. Okay, yeah, everything everywhere, sure. I try to see which ones I've seen on this list. 32 films on this list that I've seen. Well, with the exception of Chasing Amy, these are all bangers. So, I mean, I guess I'll give it to you. I'm just like, I'm sure there's a bunch of films that I would be like, why isn't this on there? You know? That's crazy. Pony Boy was dope, and that's not there. I mean, maybe this person hasn't seen it, but I'm just like, what sort of gay shit are you watching that you don't like? I don't understand. I mean, maybe if like streaming slop is what you're talking about, where it's just like, you know, a slop rom-com, but it's just, you know, plug in gay people instead of straight people, like whatever. Are there any good adaptations of Dennis Cooper out there? I know Frisk and Luster got adapted. Cooper is an interesting queer novelist. I don't know. I've never heard that name before, to be honest. So let me look that up. Dennis Cooper. You know what's not on that list? I didn't see Blonde Death on that shit. Chasing Amy's on there because, well, I mean, she is a like a bisexual person, I guess, or like a lesbian or something. It is a queer movie. It's just a bad one. um, a bunch are coming up on Google, but like, you know, I don't know how accurate it is. He also, if this is the same person, he also apparently directed some movies. Yeah, I did have a Bruce LaBruce movie, which was pretty cool. Like The Visitor is a good pull on that shit, you know? I respect that a lot. You're right, I haven't seen it in a long time. Yeah, Threesome is underrated. Like the sex act or the movie? Because I would say that it's probably appropriately rated. It's pretty dope, but also like Well, I don't know. I was gonna say maybe like some people are like, you know, I can't die without having had a threesome, and like that's how I felt before I had one, and then I had a lot of them, and then I'm like, yeah, I mean, I still would be. I'm glad I did that. I don't know what else to say. Anyway, um, I haven't had a threesome in a while. I kind of want to do that, but anyway, um, the movie. Sorry, y'all, not to get TMI on my thoughts on threesomes or whatever, but you know. Anyway, while I'm horny, let's talk about Avatar. Avatar Fire and Ash. I braved the fucking down relax. I Steven gets to talk to me like that because he pays me enough. um I braved the fucking ice planet outside to go fucking see this shit. All right, James Cameron, I hope you appreciate it. All right, because I had plans to see a movie with a friend, and I was like, I always have a shit ton of shit I need to see. So like, which one do you want to see? And she was like, let's see Avatar. And I was like, sure. And she had a fucking big boy Chad truck that could like, you know, blast through the ice. Um, I can only do threesomes with women. Well, I think it's assumed that you want to do threesomes with women. Like, whatever, you know? We get it. We're on the same wavelength, all right? Not to invalidate people who are into men, all right? It still counts, but like, you know, some of us have standards. It is what it is. I'm being obnoxious. I apologize. Anyway, she had like a fucking monster truck shit, and it was still slipping and sliding around. Like we could have died going to see Avatar Fire and Ash, and we were late, so I missed the first, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. Yeah, I get it. You're good. 10 minutes or so probably, just because of, you know, we did our best, and there was like no one at the theater, and they were just like, yeah, you're good, go ahead. But I'm gonna drop a hot take right now. This is the best Avatar movie. I loved it. I watched YMS's review of this last night, and he was just shit talking it the whole time. But like, so like, sure, I guess he had a bad experience with it. He didn't like it. That's fine. I had a blast with it. I thought the visuals were amazing. I thought the storyline was, you know, generic and rehashed, but like, these movies just feel more and more politically salient the, the more they come out. Like the things they're talking about are only getting worse, and the things that it portrays are only becoming more cathartic to me, right? So let's read my review. It's still a little bit too long, but I can't even front. This kicked ass and was my favorite yet, and I didn't even see it in 3D this time. The visual effects somehow continue to get even better. Cameron triples down on getting Disney to drop $500 million on a movie that is explicitly and overtly anti-imperialism, anti-colonialism, pro-veganism, and pro-armed resistance. This time he even goes, I need a typo there. This time he even goes so far as to denounce pacifism as a tactic of the past in favor of militant violence. Also, bless you, James, you didn't have to make the villain this sexy and this horny, but you did. You did that for us. Let me fix my typo. Nice. I fixed it. Hold on. Steven, you're good. Um, anyway, maybe it's because I didn't see this in 3D that it helped, because like when I saw fucking Way of Water, like the the I don't know, like just the 3D glasses on my regular with like my vision problems, it's just kind of a whole thing. It's kind of a headache. You know what I mean? Like You, Amelia, you get it, okay? You understand what it is I'm saying, okay? The villain was great, just pure sex. She was so hot. It was outrageous. Like the whole time I'm just like, it's fine. I'll be fine. It's fine. This movie is gonna it's gonna be doing something to a lot of people, okay? We will be seeing the effects of Avatar Fire and Ash in the furry art of the future and in the kink art and the kink sort of community, you know, 10 years in the future. Mark my words, because this shit is crazy. She just didn't have to be this hot. And it's like he did it on purpose. I don't know what to say. It's not even just that she is hot. The way that she acts, it's outrageous. I don't even know what to say. Um this is supposed to be a family film, and our boy Jimmy C is trying to horn everyone up, all right? Look at this shit. It's so hard. Like it's so sick. She's the best. Yeah, the scene where she learns how to use guns, it's probably racist and it's a little bit silly. But like, come on. Come on. This shit is good. um yeah, I don't know. It's just like I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. Like watching colonizers and imperialists and you know, um fucking the worst like capitalists and everything, watching them just get fucking murked in very violent ways. It was the movie made me horny is all I'm saying, and not just because of the sexy lady in it, okay? It's maybe that's all it is the review. The reason I liked it so much, you know, if your movie makes me horny, it's probably pretty good. I don't know what to say, you know? Oh man, I'm gonna get in trouble on YouTube one of these days. Um, yeah, I thought the visuals were fucking incredible. Like they didn't like they've kind of set a precedent of like literally like changing technology and like changing the game every time they make one of these, and they didn't do that. But they still improved it. Like it still looked fucking awesome. Like okay, Spider, the kid, Spider, I don't know what's going on there. Why like the actor's not that good. The character design is whack. It's just like this white kid with dreads running around. It's not great, you know. But you know what? Whatever. I thought he had a serviceable arc. Although I gotta say, if the ending to this movie is a fake out, come on, bro. We gotta do something else the fourth time. You know. I feel like you get away with this 3 times making the same movie, but like, come on, man. We gotta do something a little bit different the next time. Don't fucking like, don't do this, okay? I feel like he's gonna do it, but don't do it. Don't fake me out, all right? Just commit, all right? It'll be fine. We gotta bounce. Early start tomorrow. Have a good night. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for hanging out, Jeff. I appreciate it. Actually, before you go, let me ask you and everyone else a question. I'm gonna be starting my Christian movie watch-alongs because I'm behind on my Christian viewing, and I want to do that, right? But I thought it would be thematically appropriate to do them on Sunday, but that's also when I stream. So like would it be too much for you all if like, you know, the people who are patrons, if like we did a watch along and then I did my stream right after? Is that too much of me in a day? Or like is that like perfect because you're already sat, you know? For me, it works because like I'm already like doing work shit today. So like, you know, I can do that and then just transition into this. That would be too much. Okay. Um That's fair. It might be, you know, but also like I like the idea of it being on Sunday, and then I could have like an alliterative title going on. You know what I'm saying? Am I doing movies every week? I mean, probably. Yeah, that would be the plan. Maybe I shouldn't, in an effort not to overwhelm myself, but that would be the idea. Yeah. What Christian movies? Ron Ormond. So the podcast God Awful Movies reviews terrible Christian movies, and I like to watch along with them because the podcasts are much funnier if I do that. And they do put out something every week. Um, so Ron Ormond are some of them, yeah, and I need to catch up onto that. They slot into the Friday co-work slot in theory. Yeah, yeah, that's true. I guess that could work. Um, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what's a good day to do it, you know? And like, I'll have to think about it. But if people are saying it's actually too much, like I totally get that. And I want to be mindful of people's time. But you know, it is what it is. Um, anyway, I'll keep thinking about it. Friday, maybe before or after stream would be a good time. Good to know. I'm thinking subbing a Catholic episode of Casas de la Vida Real. It's wild. Nice. We can watch that too. Um uh, um that's all I think on that. Avatar is sexy as fuck. Nice. You said you watched all three in a row and you liked Fire and Ash the most for sure. That's good. That's a lot. That's a lot at once. I admire that. Um yeah, Friday might just make more sense. I don't know. But we'll see. I'll have to think about it. I'll have to think about it. But I appreciate the input. Um I kind of already talked about this last week, but let me go ahead and or on Friday maybe? I don't remember. Thursday? It was Thursday. But let me go ahead and give a proper review to The Testament of Anne Lee, the film that I cannot stop thinking about since I saw it, and I love so much, and I want to watch again as soon as possible. The Earth will shake and tremble. The extraordinary true legend of Anne Lee, founder of the devotional sect known as the Shakers. That's pretty much the whole thing. This is a film. Gosh, where do I even start with this incredible piece of art? I mean, goddamn, dude. Like, this shit. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Let me fix something real quick, and then we'll go from there. Nope, nope, don't do that. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's probably fine. All right. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Anyway, this movie. This is a film about. It is a psychosexual musical about religion, faith, cults, social movements. There's so much going on, and the way it is created is kind of. I don't want to say it's entirely unlike anything else I've ever seen because like, musicals exist and films about, faith that are subversive and interesting exist, but like there's just something about the way that this is constructed um that feels really unique. The way that they recontextualize like traditional Shaker hymns. I mean, it is so beautiful and so well done. I've been listening to the soundtrack constantly. The songs are so beautiful. And I just love this so much. Amanda Seyfried fucking robbed. I'm just gonna say that. She was amazing. It would be her and Imogen Poots fucking duking it out in my perfect world, but goddamn. It's hilarious to me that Amanda Seyfried can do something like that and then make The Housemaid Girl Got Range. Hell yeah. Sydney Sweeney could never. I'm sorry, but like Sydney Sweeney's pretty good. She's a good actress, but like, come on, she's not done anything like this. Yeah, I like that she does art and trash. I think that that's admirable, and she is a woman after my own heart and sensibilities, like erotic thriller and psychosexual religious fever dream. Fuck yeah, let's go. The production design on this is gorgeous. The cinematography is beautiful. It's lit really, really well. It is just performed immaculately. Again, the music is so fucking good. Um, but it's also, and you're talking to a Reddit atheist in the year of our Lord 2026, but like, My Amanda safe read is Micah Monroe. Let me remember who that is. Because that name, I'm going to know who it is as soon as I look it up. But my mouse is fucking up. Okay. Oh, long legs. Got you. Interesting. Okay. Nice. It follows. I'm gonna say something crazy. I've never seen It Follows. I still need to see It Follows. I'm sorry. Um really like the Handle That Rocks the Cradle remake. I've not seen either of them. I know I'm fucking slacking. The Guest and Villains. I like The Guest. The Guest is good. Okay, so the film It Follows not that good. Damn. I've heard nothing but good things about it, to be honest. If the way that the film, I'm going to finish my thought. The way that the film handles faith is both honest while also taking it seriously. Like, it's not just roasting it. Like, this isn't Dogma, where it's like you're being obnoxious, you're being annoying about it, you're not really cooking the way you think you're cooking right now, you know. But it's also not like letting it off the hook, you know. Like, we're talking about a religious cult right now, and like truly deranged beliefs and like behavior, right? But we're also it's so interesting, and especially to come out right now, because the idea of like a fucking crazy religious cult that like um that like outright bans sexual, you know, that like controls people through sexuality. The idea that those people would be oppressed and also like socially progressive is like almost unthinkable in like our current environment, you know what I mean? But like here it was true. Like these were abolitionists. These were people seeking like religious freedom, and these were people who were genuinely oppressed because they had a female preacher, a female prophet, and people were not about that. You know, there's some disturbing shit that happens in this movie, and like I don't know, I just it reminds me of Midsummer. Actually, is a pretty good point of comparison. Aesthetically, I've been meaning to look this up. Actually, if the person who made like all the drawings and stuff is the same person who worked on Midsummer, because there's a lot of aesthetic overlap. Let me try and see who I would even be checking to see who, maybe this person. Jesus Christ, the cinematographer does not have a great filmography under his belt, but he did amazing. So I don't know. Same thing with the production. Who are these people that did this amazing job? And like, it just isn't, just they don't really have the resumes, you know? Okay, we got same art director as Death of a Unicorn. I knew it. I knew it. I fucking called it. Saba Lodi, Midsummer, Testament of Anley. What did I say? Also, Dr. Proctor's. Fart. This is a crazy filmography, bro. Lords of Chaos, too. Yeah, a movie that I love and have defended vehemently and publicly. Dr. Proctor's fart power. That's insane. Dude, what a fucking filmography. I don't even know what to say. I'm so goated though, dude. Like, I fucking called that shit. I knew it. I knew that there was overlap. Is there another person? I mean, there's a lot of people that I'm not seeing having a lot of stuff on their belts. So I'm just kind of curious. Title design. Interesting. Okay. What did you get out of Lords of Chaos? I argue that it's Jonas Ackerland's taking the piss out of the Norwegian scene, although I still like Spun better. I think that's right. Um, like that's correct. And that's part of why I like it. Because it's such an obnoxious cultural movement that I think was well due for a good skewering. But it's also honest and like emotionally cathartic. It's not just making fun of them. Although it's also doing that. And it like made people really mad, and I thought that was awesome. Anyway, I've been talking about Testament of Anne Lee for a second. So I don't know, I just love it so much. And I'll be revisiting it and thinking about it. And it currently sits at, where is it sitting in my list? It's my number 5 of the year right now. And honestly, it might be 4 the more I think about it, because I just love it so much. It's exactly made for me, to be honest. Is there anything else I wanted to say about it? I had a lot of thoughts. I just found it so moving and so nuanced and so beautiful. It's the type of movies that I wish just there were more of. I hope it's doing well box office wise. Actually, let me look that up. I wish I could have seen this in 70mm. Dude. Okay, 2 thoughts right now. Craft really is everything, okay? Budget of 10 million and it looks like this? Dude, like, come on. And it's only made $2 million at the box office. But, like, to be fair, it wasn't pushed in the way that I think it should have been. But if you have a chance to go see this, please. Oh my god, it's so good. Anyway. Okay, we'll save the rest for another time. And let's go ahead and do our commission for the day. Reminder, if you want me to watch, I guess rewatch, and review anything you want, hit that fucking link in the description or in the pinned comment. $20, I'll do it. Have you seen the Tracy Fragments? What a weird little movie. I saw it in theaters when it came out. I still think about the way it's shot. I've never even heard of that. Let me look it up. Tracy Fragments. No, but this looks cool. Flashbacks and fragments. We're talking about my kind of thing. Okay. This looks interesting. It's the same director as Pontypool, which I need to see. Hardcore logo. What is that? No idea. Okay. Canadian. That's why. Anyway. Latia Alejandra. Let's go. Nosferatu is your moment. Shout out. Shout out. Nosferatu's a fucking real one, by the way. I just want to shout him out as a person because he's really awesome and cool. Anyway. Arturo Ripstein. Ripstein? Hardcore logo is so good. Nice. Aunt Alejandra can cast a spell. Lucius Fury could kill. Maybe. Stop doing that. That's so annoying. The goddamn Mac thing. Go away. Okay. The arrival of Aunt Alejandra triggers a series of nightmarish events that will put the life of a family at mysterious risk. Yeah, I saw that you loved it. I really liked it. I dug it a lot. Okay, so let's just go into bullet points. So, if you were unaware, our very own in the chat, Nosferatu, subtitled this shit himself and put it up on his YouTube channel. It's also on my Plex server, but for whatever reason, it was not playing right for me for whatever reason. So I just watched it on YouTube, on his YouTube channel. You know, I think it's probably what, a DVD rip or something like that, maybe some VHS rip, something like that. It's fairly low quality, but like you can tell what's going on, and like it's definitely better than some of the fucking YouTube rips that are out there. Maybe it's a laser disc, I don't know. Anyway, this is like a witchcraft supernatural horror type beat. Um, Essentially, sorry for the mistakes was my first official sub that wasn't for immediate friends. I only noticed one mistake. It's from a DVD rip. Okay. The only mistake I noticed is that one word was still in Spanish. That was it. That's the only thing I noticed. I thought you did a great job. Thought it was very well timed and easy to follow, easy to read. You know, I thought you did good. So, anyway, it's about a this couple who are living with their children, right? And I think it's the mom's aunt comes to visit them, and she has like fucking stacks for days, and she's like, yo, y'all don't even have to work or anything anymore. Your husband can make, or my nephew, I don't remember to whom she is related, but you know, he can make his little music boxes and shit. He doesn't have to work a shitty job anymore. But like, she has all this money, and they're like sick. That's cool. But like, the one daughter doesn't like her, and like, there's weird vibes going on, and then like, weird shit, tragic shit starts happening, right? If you're familiar with our friend Erica Schultz, this is very much a her movie, right? I'm actually listening to the podcast of oh, Addie, I didn't know you were on Letterboxd. Shout out. I'm actually listening to the podcast episode of Unsung Horrors that they did on this, and it's been enlightening so far. Maybe they can talk me out of my analysis of the film, but basically, as I was watching and trying to think, what is this film trying to say? Like, what is it doing thematically, right? Aside from just being an effective, spooky sort of Omen type, you know, supernatural horror film, which it is. It's well shot, it's well acted, it's well made. I was gonna message her about it because of the one fire scene. I mean, there's a few scenes in it actually. If she ever does another, it's definitely, she's definitely aware of it, and I think it's gonna go into the next book. Yeah. But I try to get around this because I try to give people, you know, I try to give art the benefit of the doubt and not just be like, this is problematic or whatever. But like, the only reading that I can think of for this that feels like it makes sense to me is that this is a film about the dangers of dismantling patriarchy. Like, you know, you have this like matriarchal figure who provides, like, who is the like de facto breadwinner, right? So the guy doesn't have to work anymore. She's like, oh, thanks. Do I own the House of Psychotic Women box set? I sure don't. I sure don't, unfortunately. But shout out Steven, let's run that shit back. Thank you. You're the best. By the way, y'all, I just want to say, before I go back into my reading of the film, where I think it's probably just kind of, kind of misogynistic. My cat died, right? We know this. We have talked about this. I couldn't do much of anything for a while. I basically took the whole week off of everything, working, whatever else, right? And the only reason I was able to do that, right, is because of the support of my community, both online and in person, right? And a few different people helped me with that. A few people helped me with like the in-person stuff of like, hey, let's get you eating. Let's like make sure that you're like a person. Let's like make sure you have company so you're not alone. Like, there's people who did that. But then there's the people who just sent me some money so that I could take the week and like live my life. All right. And Steven is the person who did that like the most. And so I want to say thank you to him. I want to say shout the fuck out. All right. The GOAT. All right. Straight up. Thank you so much for that. Like, I was able to like take a week and not ruin my finances for the month. Like, I'm actually, you know, I shouldn't oversell it. I'm not doing great, but like, I was able to pay my bills, you know, and like continuing to be able to pay my bills. So like, thank you, thank you very much. It's really appreciated. Um, okay. With that being said, uh, so the movie, yes. So she's like basically inhabiting the role of like, she's like replacing the father figure because like there's a part where he's like, his power is clearly being threatened, and he's like the only person who fucking, you know, can lay down the law around here is me, and it's not true, right? At least not anymore. But like the matriarchal figure that usurps power is like framed as a demon, like a terrible, horrific, violent presence, you know? And like everything goes horrible after like this woman enters their life, you know? I'm sure there's some other stuff culturally that I'm missing, and I'm sure that there's just maybe I'm thinking too deep about it, and it's more just like, you know what, whatever. It's a spooky witch movie. What are you gonna do? But of course, the witch, right, as a trope, if not subverted, is just kind of misogynistic, right? Like that's like literally what witch hunts are about. Is like, you know, a means to oppress women, right? So like, I don't know. It didn't ruin my enjoyment of the film, but like part of what makes films work for me is if I like find something resonant or uh clarifying or moving, whatever, you know, thematically about something, right? And this didn't work for me on that level. But in terms of just a spooky ghost movie, in terms of like a dope Mexican horror movie, I really dug it. Um anyway, Nosferatu, since you're here, I would love to hear your thoughts on the film because I always like to hear what people like, why these things connect with the people who commission them, you know? Like I would like to know. Because you took the time to subtitle this, you took the time to promote it, you like paid me to watch it. Like I want to know what was it about it that connected with you so deeply? To most Latinos, it represents conflict between traditional Mexican values and family dynamics with modern values. But yeah, even then, the way it was portrayed, it was still a bit rooting for the patriarchy. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. So yes, I dug the movie. Let me find the link to drop in the chat so that you all can watch it because it's good, and I think you'll get something out of it. Excuse me. Nice. Let me go ahead and add that as well to my thing. Okay. Yeah, let me pull it up. I have a couple Tias. They're much nicer than this. They're less rich, but they're a lot nicer than this. I'll just say that. To my knowledge, anyway. I don't know, you know? You never know. Yes, Steven, what is it? Hit me with it. Arturo Ripstein is seen as a godfather of independent Mexican cinema. This is the only film that really dabbles in horror. Yeah, that's what I was hearing on the podcast, which is pretty cool. I would like to see more of Homeboy's films. Um, Castle of Purity, The Place Without Limbs, Deep Crimson. Oh. Oh, Deep, this is the one that just got a Criterion release. That's pretty cool. So that's on the channel, so I could watch that. What about these other ones? Are they more accessible? This one's not streaming. And this one is not streaming as well. Although this looks like some gay shit. Family, honor, greed, machismo, homophobia, and dreams collide in a small Mexican town. The Place Without Limits. That could be troublesome, but it looks interesting. Identikit. I'll absolutely watch Identikit. Hell yeah. Excited about it. I've been trying to see this shit for a minute. It is on Tubi, so we're good to go. It's probably on a friend's Plex server too, honestly. A mentally disturbed woman arrives in Rome to find a city fragmented by autocratic law, leftist violence, and her increasingly unhinged mission to find the most dangerous liaison of all. Look, man, I love a psychotic women joint. Okay? That's my fucking shit. Yeah, I need to check out Deep Crimson for sure. Also, the actor who played Tia Alejandra also starred in the movie The Witch's Mirror, and her character, La Tia Alejandra, is speculated to be a spiritual sequel of Witch's Mirror because she played a very, very similar role in The Witch's Mirror. Yeah, I feel bad because you sent me that Mexico Macabro set, and I have not had the time to go through it, but I would love to because it looks so fucking sick. And yeah, that's the one that I was like, I guess I should probably watch that, huh? All right. Identikit is on deck. We're gonna check that shit out. Oof. Okay. It's just reading a review that's like, oh boy, here we go. Okay. Uh-huh. Let me edit this. All right. So we can keep hanging out for a second. If y'all have any other commissions or questions or requests, hit me with it. Please and thank you. And not, let me just go ahead and do my little wrap up thing. Hello, I'm trying to move this to the top of my list. Work with me here. Please and thank you. Cool. Alrighty. Watch out for spoilers on Identikit. Okay, I will. I might have already seen it. Probably not. It's fine. I'll check it out for sure. Let me double check. I mean, I'll watch it on Tubi if that's, you know, what's up. But I guess the Seahawks won. Win the second Super Bowl title in franchise history. Does that mean nobody has ever won twice? That doesn't sound right. Is that right? Okay, Identikit. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure some. Oh, nice. I see what Val's watching. um. Yes, I watched this. Identikit. Oh shit! Thank you, Amelia. What do you want me to watch? Oh, it is not on any of my friends' Plex servers, so I'll check it out on Tubi. Or the team that Donald Trump wasn't rooting for won, so I'm happy. Yeah, that's always good. Shit. All right, y'all. Thank you. Yeah. Amelia, shout out. You're the best. The best. Y'all are the best. I love you guys. What do you want me to watch? Hit me with it. I'll watch that shit. um Anyway, so far for next week, we'll see how far I can get, but we're gonna do Graveyard Shift, The Piano, and Identikit. So we'll go from there. It looks like it's also apparently on Hoopla, which is not always accurate. You kind of just have to check. Excuse me. Anyway, I'll give her a second to yeah, thank you. I really appreciate you. I'm glad we were able to bond on our shared hang-ups. With regards to the Avatar films and other things. um, but yeah. I have a like brutal hangnail right now, and I'm just picking at it because I don't have nail clippers with me. So as soon as I get off stream, I'm literally just gonna go grab my nail clippers, and then also probably eat dinner because I haven't eaten anything. That's not true. I haven't eaten enough today. Is this Italian? Pretty sure it's Italian. Yep. Okay. Anything else to discuss today? Um, Next time we do a Letterboxd update, I'll be doing reviews for probably Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust. I'll probably talk about that because I really loved it. The Voice of Hin Rajab and Resurrection are the new films that I've seen. Oh, I guess I should talk about this because I haven't actually done it yet, but I made a second channel. It's linked on my channel, but if y'all could subscribe to that, that would be awesome because I need to get it up to 1,000 subscribers like ASAP because the idea is to put all my stream clips there just as like an ad revenue generating sort of thing and also just like to get new people in, you know? But yes. I'm going to be uploading live stream clips there. And I didn't make the channel, so it exists. Let me go ahead and drop it in the chat also. And Amelia, do you have a request for me to watch? Because I will do it. Oh, I'm at 4 subscribers now. Somebody subscribed. Nice. Oh, you're thinking. Okay, you're good. You're good. If you want to, if you know my Instagram, you can only you could also DM me on Instagram if you want to take some more time to think about it. If y'all could subscribe to that, that would be sick. I promise I'll upload on it one day. What have y'all been watching lately? What have y'all gotten up to today? Did y'all have anything fun going on? Anything cool in your lives? Anything that you want to discuss? I am here to listen and discuss with the group. Let's go with the Tracy fragments. If anyone will appreciate it, it's you. Awesome. Let's do that. It was in my watch list, and now it will be watched. It is not streaming on anything, so let me make sure I can actually find it. Dr. Fraser, they energy. That's what I'm trying, you know? Here's my best Fraser impression right quick, all right? I am not a man. Cut. If anybody gets that, I love you. All right, let me see where this exists for me to watch. It does exist on DVD. Okay, I see it on Vimeo. I'll find a way to watch it. It'll be fine. There's also a short one. which I appreciate. Um, I do appreciate that. Let me see if anybody has it up on Plex. The Tracy fragments. I doubt it, but let's see. Womp womp womp. Yeah, they don't, but I probably will. So, all right, y'all. Tight. Cool. So, in summation, Latia Alejandra was a 7 out of 10 from me. If not that one, mouth to mouth. Okay, good to know. I'll find it. And it's pretty good. You should go see it in the link in the description. Let's run it all back. Shout out Steven. Thank you. Shout out Amelia. Appreciate y'all. Godzilla's popping off, dancing, doing his perky dance. You know what it you know what it is. That's all. Thanks y'all. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me instead of the football people. And I'll see you next week. Probably on, well, hold on, let me make sure I don't have anything on Friday. I need to get used to streaming every Friday. Yeah, we're good. Should have a body double stream on Friday and a regular this stream on Sunday. I'll see you then. Thank you for watching. And remember that Satan loves all of their children. Bye.